And you're on the air on the corner, and here today we have like Victor, who has been a former guest of the show. Like I was saying, the best color for a car is black. And the reason why the best color for a car is black is because when World War II comes and shit hits the fan, or some cholo is following you and you need to axe this mofo in the head, then it's easier to be stealth in a black car since you can just smash your own taillights, find something to use as a weapon, and then take this tango the fuck out. Anyways,
That really depends on the car. I mean, if you're doing that in like that thing called, I don't get why I called this, but the smart car. If you're like driving a smart car, like why the fuck it's called that? You're driving like a smart car or
yeah, yeah.
that other kind of car. Like it wouldn't make much of a difference.
Why? Why wouldn't it make? Well, I'm talking about like when I'm talking about like a black car. I am like
a real car.
I'm imagining like a real car. I'm imagining a real car, and now I don't consider like a smart car a real car. It looks like crap, and you can't fit anything in it.
What's that car that everybody makes a joke of?
I don't know, like Volkswagen Up.
What was that other car?
Ford
There's
car?
that electronic car that everybody makes a joke about.
I don't know. Now, when I'm talking car here, that's black. Then I'm like talking a real car, a black sedan. I don't really care about the brand that much, as I like believe that like Kia can be just as good as a BMW. Only difference being that the Kia is half the damn price. So yeah, man, that's like why
Well, if you're talking about, being stealthy or like end of the world or like that, if you want something, you'd be going for like a Toyota.
Oh yeah, well.
You'd be going for like the AK Kalashnikov of cars.
Yeah, but then we're not talking about. Then we're not talking about stealth. Then we're talking about.
So what good is stealth if the car is gonna, take way too many resources, be way too fucking tedious to run? Like, I know there's some cars you really don't want to have. Like, I'm not sure how true this is, but there was this one guy. The Cadillac the 300 or whatever.
Yeah.
It was years ago. Like my boss fucking had one Cadillac 300, and apparently one thing that was ridiculously pricey about it is if you had to have any underwork done, the entire underside was covered.
Okay.
So you have cars like that where the underside's covered, so you'd have to get through like the covering to do any work on it, shit like that. Or the parts would be like really picky.
It looks like a cool car though.
Yeah. But if you wanted something reliable, you don't want, one of those.
No, but like still, like we're talking about stealth. But if we're talking about reliable and we're talking about like an apocalypse car, then I totally agree with you that like some kind of like Toyota SUV off-roader with a snorkel on it would definitely be the way to go, since you could go off-road, you could hit some water with it, and you would have some space for all your guns and extra fuel jerry cans on the side of it, and a rack on the top of it for like some more shit that you can bring, space for luggage and space for tent and all that stuff, right?
Also, in regards to stealth, I'm not sure if I told you about this before, but here's a fun fact. So when people think of, the ancient Japanese ninjas, they always picture them as like, that cliche of, being in the black, ninja costume. That was like the default cliche everybody thinks of. But apparently in real life, they weren't actually black. They were like a dark blue. That was actually better color.
Why was it dark
for the
blue?
night?
For the night. Ah, okay. Yeah, so they could like vanish into the night in the dark blue night, like the moonlight and stuff. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. But man, like ninjas were no joke. I mean, fuck, man, can you like imagine if like a ninja was sent after you? You're dead, man. You're fucking dead, and you probably don't even know it because, like, you know, they're so stealthy, blending in with the night and the darkness, and then
Even
strikes.
though it's like kind of like a corny cliche, and ninjas are popular, really dumb shit. Naruto, no,
Yeah,
nothing to do with fucking ninja at all. Nothing to do.
no,
That bugs me. There's nothing to do with ninja. There's not even any ninja related. And you have those silly. I'm getting off topic. Is real life ninjas? If you ever look up to them, like I think out of all the assassin types I've ever heard of, they're by far the most serious because like they had like those ninja and chain things, and you had like those ninjas that would be like I can only imagine how crazy you'd have to train to do. Like, have you ever seen somebody do the above in the hallway when they put their legs on something and they put their hands on it? Like apparently like some dudes can do that for like over a fucking hour. I'm just like, no way.
yeah,
Or how they would have the pouches on, like, you know, the puff and the smoke thing, how that would work. They'd put in a fine powder into an eggshell. They put it in a hole in the eggshell. They drain the egg and they put the powder in there.
yeah,
That'd be one of the things they would throw at people. That would blind them.
yeah. It's crazy. You do know what ninja means in Japanese, right?
I forget. Also, what was it, the hand claw thing that they would use to scale stuff? Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Ninja means apparently in Japanese the one who is hidden or the one who endures, or how they say it in Japanese is shinobi or however you pronounce it in Japanese. But damn. And apparently the sign, you know, like how it looks like when you draw it in Japanese, nin from the word ninja means dagger, and ja means heart, so dagger heart.
Didn't know that.
Kind of.
That's neat.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
But yeah, I'll just bring that up because that seems like for stealth wise, dark blue is actually better.
Yeah. Man, like imagine that, you know, like, and so like apparently like ninja was covert agents or mercenaries in the feudal, how do you pronounce that word, feudal Japan. Kind of interesting. And then the functions of a ninja included, amongst other things, espionage, deception, and surprise attacks. So pretty much like, you know, like the ultimate assassin kind of like guy.
I just remember there was this one story I read where like this dude was balls. It was like this castle siege, and this guy broke out of the siege, crawled all the way out, went to like someone else. I forget what it was, like for like assistance. I forget what it was. I just thought the only thing I remember was I thought was really impressive is how he breaks out of this massive siege and comes back in. I think another thing that he like breaks out again, just send like a message, and then like on his like other return trip, then he gets caught.
Oh yeah.
He's like he gets tortured for info, but he never gives up.
Yeah, crazy. And like the most known assassination attempts to involve famous historical figures, it is the death of Oba Nobunaga, who lived from 1583 to 1590. Or no, I don't know what that number means, 1583 to 1590. But anyways, this guy was like a warlord, and it was several attempts on his life. But then in 1571, they decide to send a couple of ninjas in there, where some guy named Sugitani Senjubu was hired to assassinate this guy. And he used arquebuses. I don't know what arquebuses is, but he fired 2 consecutive shots at him, but was unable to inflict mortal injury. So apparently they failed. They failed on taking this guy out. It was just an attempt. But it looks like the ninjas was like kind of like the old times Navy SEALs, you know.
And you're talking about
What?
the yeah, I think you pronounced it right.
Yeah,
The Arquebus
yeah. I don't know what that is.
is it's like
Arquebus.
this old kind of long gun.
Oh, okay. From the 1500s. Damn. So, what are your
It's like
thoughts?
an old ass musket.
Funny. Why would a ninja use that instead of a blade? I don't know. As the blade is like more up close and personal.
Was you know, they also had a regards to weapon. Weapon. So the Persia.
Okay, man.
Have you ever seen Chinese hook sword? Those are also pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen the Chinese hook sword. They are pretty cool. What?
But back to the car thing. Where
Back
were you
to-
going with it? Like,
Yeah, I was like going back to the car thing, man. Like, if you could buy any car you wanted, what would it be and why?
that's still not exactly what the topic was for the styles or for whatnot. Like, car.
Yeah, but what kind of car would you get? Like, exactly.
Actually, also in regards to stealth, you'd want an electronic car because they make no noise.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, would you want a Tesla for a stealth car?
If you're trying to be stealthy, you can't get better than this. It doesn't make noise.
Like, I don't know, man. But like, I'm just like imagining that when you were inside of a car, you can't hear like the car in front of you 500 meters or the car behind you 500 meters unless you're like driving some kind of like
Yeah, but also if somebody
obnoxious-
stops and they get out of their
unless
car,
you're making some kind of like obnoxious V12 engine 1960s Ford Mustang or Cadillac or something like that, right?
or let's say it's in the
Challenger.
summer. Let's say you do go with the entire that road picture. Say it's like a wide open road, it's dark or whatever. And they have their windows down, you know, still kind of hear cars nearby. I mean,
No, man. Like I refuse to believe that that's possible to even do.
or
here.
if let's say you're following somebody and they stop their car.
I don't know. I still don't think that you're able to hear it over the sound of your own engine, and I don't think the other part is able to hear your car over their engine. And I don't
I'm just saying,
care.
if you're trying to follow somebody, what they go into the quiet out of the way spot. That's what I'm.
Yeah, yeah. But then when you get them to the quiet, out of the way spot, that's when you can take them out, ninja style.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm just
Like,
saying, like you want.
Then you like give it like listen. Then you park it in this quiet, out of the way spot. Shut off the engine lights. Pull out your Chinese hook swords from your
No, but
trunk.
you don't have to turn off the engine lights because you already said you already had them broken, right?
Okay,
The car is painted black.
Yeah, okay. If you have broken the engine lights or brake lights, then yeah, then you don't need to. But you can still go behind and you can get your Chinese hook swords, wait in the tree line in this out of the way spot for this cholo to show up, and then you can strike like a ninja. And take him out like a rattlesnake, right?
Or just be more better about it, like, you know, use like a compound bow.
Like I don't know, like if I would want to, attack within a compound bow, because you would need to be like 100% sure that you can deliver that kill shot, right?
You can have it so you don't have to worry about it. Like, one thing you can do is, I wonder if I can.
And then you don't know if there's
I don't even
anybody
know what to call it.
else. You
Like,
don't know if it's anybody else in the car, so you need to figure this out, and you need to attack.
no, what
with
you
the-
do is like the bow doesn't make noise. I'm not bringing the bow up because video games and silly shit like that. But I'm just saying like it'd be a great way because you don't have to make kill shot. And you just if you do is you make a special arrowhead. You make one of those kind of the ones that they would use to be what they would use with the crossbow bolts of English longbows. They'd have those armor piercing ones, except if you have it like a thin, when you have like that thin pierce head, but you have the point removed ever so slightly, and you have the hole in it, and you just put poison in the hole. So,
Well, you could also just fucking duct tape a dynamite stick to the arrow and then fire it at the fucking car. But then it would just still be as much of effect to just throw a damn dynamite.
see, unlike
stick
video
in the
games,
car.
that wouldn't work because that would entirely ruin the aerodynamics of the,
Well,
arrow.
then you could just throw the damn dynamite stick and then boom, down with it. But then it's no longer stealth. I do see
the fuse.
I do see your point here, though, like with the poison in the arrow.
You have to time the fuse real well. So,
Yeah,
and you're trying to be stealthy, and
But-
like if you make a loud explosion,
but here's the thing: not everybody is driving around with a crossbow and poisonous arrows in the trunk, and or a
I'm just
Chinese
trying to go with
sword.
your image here. Like, are you trying to like go stealthy and just say fuck it all, and just go 5 stars GTA style?
No, like we're talking like driving home from work, and then all of a sudden it's like end of the road. Some cholo at the other end is like attacking the country, going to war, and we're talking like World War III riots, all this crap, starting.
And there's no point in stealth at that point. Just
So
fucking
you need to
machine gun.
You need to get the fuck away, right? And how would you get away? Do you know how you would get away from the East Coast if shit hit the fan in America and the Japs all of a sudden decided to attack you? As retaliation for World War II? As retaliation for what the fuck you did to Nagasaki and Hiroshima?
How would you go to war with anybody? Be no.
Like, I know exactly what I would do if I were you, man. I would have figured out. I would have figured out how to jerry rig and start up an engine and a boat engine, and then I would like have gotten to a marina and stolen a sailboat and sailed away with me. And then on the way, I would have like grabbed like maybe a case of rum or a whiskey at a liquor store, and that would
Of course,
be
you can't go sailing without rum.
no, man. And then like maybe fishing some fishing gear so you can like fish on the way over the Atlantic. And then you could have like sailed over the Atlantic, chilled your way to not South America, but like maybe the Canary Islands, and like chilled there, and then made your way to
I don't
the
think there are any of
Mediterranean.
those kind of sailboats. Like a few times I've driven by them, some of the marinas nearby.
Well, it has to be.
Also,
sailboats in
America,
the
you
marinas.
forget, America doesn't really have marinas.
Yeah, you do.
We call them marinas, but it's just pretty much just this is a dock where you rent space for about
No, man.
That's it.
That
There's nothing more, nothing less.
largely depends on the marina. But I've seen some nice marinas in the US, which got like fucking bathrooms and showers and availability to wash clothes, and this shit. So, no,
Yeah, when I think of marina, I think
so there are some decent marinas in America, for sure, for sure. Like you could also like think that you could just like just fuck it and get like a giant ass $20 million yacht or something. But the thing is that actually only takes you so far, and it would cost you more money than a fucking year's salary to fill up the tank of a yacht like that. You know. But like this is where I like sailboats is like the ultimate tool for this because it doesn't have to run on fuel. You can just sail on the sails alone. Though, from you to the Canary Islands, though, you're like probably like talking 25 to 30 days without seeing nothing else but water.
yeah, I'm looking up the marinas near me, and they're all exactly explicitly what I said. They're
Wow.
dock where you rent space. There's no other building. It's
Wow, that's crazy.
just a dock with boats.
Um, so yeah, then you like have that to deal with, and if you're like sailing from California to Hawaii, or like from the Panama to Hawaii, straight shot to Hawaii, then you're talking like maybe like 50 days without seeing nothing else but water. God damn. So I can imagine, like how people in the olden times, the pirates and stuff, would become disoriented at sea when you're like seeing nothing else but the water for so long, nothing else but the ocean for so long. Pretty crazy. Um, so you got anything on your heart, Victor?
At the
And
moment, still looking up. No, like,
no.
but
Oh man. So a highlight of today was a Polish dude at work who just said, "Another shit day at work, huh, Patrick?" And I said, "Yeah, man, another shit day at work." It's pretty crazy. Um. Well, like I don't know what else to add, man. Are you watching any TV shows right now?
moment, no,
Well, what TV shows have you been watching?
none at the moment.
And
I've seen everything.
what is the greatest TV show you ever watched?
The last one that was
No.
amazing.
No, the greatest. The greatest.
I really depend on the category.
Like mafia, kill shit. Mafia, gangland, kill
I
stuff.
haven't ever actually watched fully and enjoyed any crime show.
Oh man, I enjoyed the hell out of The Sopranos. Watching Tony bashing skulls, taking power.
I think the closest thing I've seen in regards to that kind of thing would be Black Lagoon.
Isn't that a comedy?
No, Black Lagoon is a anime
No.
which shits all over The Sopranos. It's a lot more cooler. It's really sad and disappointing because it's something that they won't make now. Like it's really dope. Like I like how I don't think Rock was actually the original name. Rock, something else is how you get kidnapped by Revy. What's his name? And he just ends up working alongside him, and he goes into this town, and it's just corrupt and full of criminals and shit. And you should watch it. I think I recommended it to you before. Like, it's some of my favorite scenes. Like with it, there's this scene where they fucking they blow up the boat full of Nazis, or there's a scene of the psychotic murder twins. Cool stuff like that.
Okay. Well, that sounds
This is
interesting.
like the church with machine guns, you know. It's a lot of action stuff, but it's also, you know, some down to earth parts. I think it's funny how there's one time where the cops like,
Well,
look, you already paid your bribe for this month, so if you're gonna cause trouble, just do it somewhere where you don't have to officially make paperwork on it. Whatever kind of line, something like that.
well, no way that this show is going to beat The Sopranos. No way, man.
From what I've seen of Sopranos, I just found it like boring drama.
Yeah.
I've seen like some snippets, and I think I've seen like almost one episode one time, a long time ago. And I was just like, eh.
You're crazy, man. All right. So, do you give a shit? Do you give any kinds of shit about the presidential election in your own home country?
Oh, well, like I said before, like the way I see it is you're bending over. Trump apparently is orange because that's his official color. So you're being fucked by orange dildo, and now his competitor is Biden. So let's just say he's black or blue or something like that, and he's just a different color dildo. Whoever you get, you're still gonna get fucked. You're still getting. And the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And plus, your vote doesn't matter. You know, electoral college vote literally like it might make everybody feel better, and they believe the bullshit. Oh, your vote counts. Like, no, it doesn't. If somebody can just step in and say "fuck you" and "fuck your vote" and totally override, you can have like a 100% vote for somebody, but the electoral college can just come in there and be like, "Nope." They slap that shit right out, and then be like, "This is what we want."
Okay.
If they can do that, you know, that pretty much means your vote doesn't matter. They have the ability to do straight up do that, and then yeah, your vote doesn't really matter.
Okay.
If you don't have the final say.
So it has nothing to say. Damn. But like,
I legitimately don't think my vote matters.
Does it have anything to do with the individual American who runs the country? Like, does it have any impact on your life or your neighbor's life who runs the country?
Yes and no.
Like,
overall, who the president is.
Then I mean like direct impact.
I would say the president doesn't have much of an overall impact in my direct life. It's more of a because the president doesn't really. The president is not the one who does majority of the changes. You know, the Senate that goes. So
Yeah.
they have more impact. You know, for all the laws and shit go through, and like at the end of the day, it's just the majority of those fucktards who push crap, like they push bills, and then like they say it could be like the bill about the color blue, but it's actually all about, you know, like taxes, somebody or one or another bullshit.
Yeah.
Which should be illegal. You shouldn't have like a topic and then completely unrelated, extremely unrelated, not even the same ballpark, not even the same content topic, just shoved in there.
No.
But
fuck it. Well, I guess that is the world we are living in, Victor. We're coming up to like a nice time here of like 30 mics. So I'm going to end this episode right here. It was fantastically great and super
This is not going to be a
awesome.
very entertaining episode since we're both just rambling.
Well, yeah. Well, whatever. The episode's going up. Thanks for joining. And to you, all you cholos out there, like, share, and subscribe the shit out of this video. Thank you.